is the story about Mary. Mary was a young woman who followed God. Mary was humble, brave, and strong, and her life was about to change forever. Fortunately, Mary was engaged to a man named Joseph, who honored God. Unfortunately, Mary lived in a town called Nazareth, which wasn't a very important town. Fortunately, Mary knew God cares about everyone, no matter where they live. Fortunately, one day, an angel appeared to Mary. Fortunately, the angel told Mary God was going to bless her in a very, very special way because God favored her. Basically, God was really, really proud of Mary. Unfortunately, Mary was really confused or upset because maybe this angel looked scary or weird. Fortunately, the angel said, "Do not be afraid, Mary. God is very pleased with you." Fortunately, the angel also said Mary was going to have a baby, and this baby was going to rescue the whole world. He was going to be called Great, the Son of the Most High, and King whose kingdom will never end. Unfortunately, this baby was going to arrive before Mary and Joseph got married. Fortunately, Mary knew she was allowed to ask questions, even if something didn't seem quite right. She said, "How can this be, since I am a virgin?" Fortunately, the angel said, "The Holy Spirit will come to you. The power of the Most High God will cover you." Fortunately, Mary decided to be brave and humble and to trust God's plan, even if she didn't understand it all. She said, "I serve the Lord. May it happen to me just as you said it would." Then the angel disappeared. Fortunately, Mary sang a song about how God gave her joy and would keep his promises to raise up those who are low, feed those who are hungry, and show the whole world mercy and love. Unfortunately, when Mary told Joseph what the angel said, Joseph was really upset. Unfortunately, Joseph thought maybe he shouldn't marry Mary. Fortunately, an angel came to Joseph in a dream and said, on the contrary, he should go marry Mary, which was revolutionary. Fortunately, Joseph listened to the angel and he stuck by Mary. Unfortunately, there was a big census that year. That meant Joseph had to go back to his hometown, Bethlehem. And that meant Joseph had to make a long trip right around the time that Mary was supposed to give birth. Fortunately, Joseph took Mary with him so she wouldn't have to give birth alone. Unfortunately, Mary probably had to ride on a camel or a donkey for miles while pregnant in the hot desert sun. Fortunately, they made it. Unfortunately, lots of other people were also back in town, so there were no rooms or beds available anywhere. Fortunately, someone gave them a place to stay. Unfortunately, it was the place where the animals lived. It was probably really dark and stinky and dirty. Maybe the worst place to have a baby. Fortunately, Mary was brave and strong. Ooh! Joseph, get me some water! I'm breathing! Joseph, did you just step in some poop? I think a cow gave birth here too. Ooh, this better be worth it. Fortunately, that night, their baby boy was born safely. They called him Jesus, which means God saves. Unfortunately, there was no place to lay Jesus. They didn't have any new clothes for him. Fortunately, Mary came up with a solution. She wrapped Jesus in cloth and laid him in a manger. Unfortunately, a manger is basically a tray for feeding animals. It was probably covered in old food and animal spit. Fortunately, none of this mattered to Jesus. He grew up to be brave, humble, and strong, just like his mom, Mary. And Jesus would go on to change the world forever. He would keep God's promises to raise up those who are low, feed the hungry, and show the world God's love and mercy. And I can't wait for you to hear that story.